Hi, everyone. Sorry, we are just a tad late. We were getting all set.
Hello.
I hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. Hi, Breeder. Hi, Positive Life.
Hey, Greater.
Yvonne,
Positive Life. YOLO, YOLO. Yvonne.
Golden. Who else? We got Kathy. Oh, Ellen. Ellen, I'm going to put you at the top of the list because you put your spot up twice. So I'm putting you as number one if you have a question today because you've given your spot up twice. So, Bella, good morning or afternoon. I don't know where you all are.
Hi, Bella.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Ava Marie.
Hi, Ava.
T-Bar. I'm putting you at.
Hey, Len.
Hi, Ava. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we have an echo.
Sorry, it's me.
I'm putting you at.
Hey, Len.
Hi, Ava.
Ava. And Aqua. Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop this one up right now because we're going to go with that first. But I do just kind of want to pull a card for us all before we get started. My energy is kind of low right now. Let's find some energy. Sorry, guys.
I'm still trying to post something. I will be right there.
So, a card for everyone. All right, let's connect. This morning, it was just all for me. What Spirit was bringing in was all about grounding. More and more grounding. I think a lot of us. I mean, maybe some of you. I know I am. Living a lot up in here or out here in this space and needing that grounding time. And okay, so Spirit's bringing in for us today the three of Raphael there. So that's kind of like a celebration that's coming together, and I feel like that's what we're doing right now, is it coming together and bringing some joy in. So this is a beautiful community, and that's kind of what the three of Raphael is talking about, is a community and bringing joy and finding joy in that community. So let's reach out to each other on the chat and encourage and bring joy to each other. So that's, I love it. Maria, hello. Welcome. Okay, so we are going to get started today. So we're going to kind of stick to one question per person from now on, because a lot of people get booted out at the end because we run out of time or whatever. We're going to at least do 10, but we're going to watch our time because 3 hours for me is not doable. It's too much for me, 3 hours.
We get a little silly after 3 hours.
Yeah,
you know.
a little silly. And all our information is in the description. You'll find that in the description below, and also just some reminders before we get started. Lola has her live stream on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. And this Thursday, I think it's going to be Lola and
me
and Karen.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be camping with no service at all, no phone for 2 days. So
I'm like, yay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I'm I'm here because there's too much wind in Colorado.
It's crazy.
And my sailing class got canceled. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she's here today because we're lucky that her sailing class got canceled today. So,
Yes, that's the silver lining in that.
so Ellen, thank you for being so kind and relinquishing your spot. 2 times in a row you did that.
Yeah.
And we did not forget. And you're gifting your spot to others. So we wanted you to be able to go first today. So I hope that's okay. And we have request for a general reading. The guides they know your concerns. Okay, so let's.
Well, one of the things that I picked up when I was reading that, or when Debbie was talking about how we're going to go ahead and make sure you get taken care of, was that it is very important for you, and however this fits, to really kind of, I mean, they show me you sitting back and in that moment of being artsy fartsy, that's what I call it. It is a very important time for you, whether you're painting or drawing or whatever it is that you do, to really start looking at things. And it's almost like role playing in your mind. How would you like these situations to come out? You know, when our mind is quiet, whether we're that type of person who bakes, who paints, cooks, whatever it is that you do, to kind of make your brain go quiet. It's a really important time for you to do a lot of that, and then start talking to your guides and saying, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need you to kind of bring it in, because they're saying that is so important right now for you.
I'm seeing also, I'm seeing you sitting next to a still like pond or lake, and you're taking your finger and you're touching the water. And as you touch the water, you can see the ripples going out from that. And I feel like Spirit is bringing in with that to acknowledge that everything that you say and do, there's a ripple effect to it. So when you put good energy out, let's say you're trying to manifest something and you're putting that energy out and you hit that water, that's what goes out, is that ripple effect. It's a ripple effect. So when you put good out, good ripple effect goes out. When you put negative out, negative ripple effect goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it really can affect everyone around you. And that's a good reminder for all of us. When we speak out, when we speak words out, we're speaking life out into the universe, or we can be speaking death, so to speak, out. So negative. So we want to really be mindful of what we say, because it is. Okay.
I have cards ready.
Go ahead.
Go. Okay, so one of the things I thought was really funny is when I was explaining, this is before I even picked these cards, it's exactly what this deck was saying. You know, this is about spending that in that time of silence, in that time when you're creating. This is about really dropping all the crap off that you've been carrying. And it really is funny because they're showing me that, like, you have taken on a lot of things that don't belong to you. You know, like, sorry, I'll get this down one day, not today though, but it's like dropping all of those things so that you can, you know, kind of go into Spirit and work with Spirit. And then that is the time you get to be more receptive. I mean, look at that. She's just putting, it's funny because Debbie, I could have swore you just said rippling. And there it is.
Yeah,
you know,
I did. Yeah.
there's the ripple, you know, that you're connecting, that you're piecing
Oh
it.
my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
And then, you know, and then you get your connection. So you've got to be very, you know, it's really funny because when I was getting ready this morning, your connection is going to be different. I want to finish this first. And lots of grace is coming your way. Lots of grace, lots of really wonderful things. So this is all about spirituality. When you see the fire around this deck, it's your spiritual. When you look at all the decks together, or all the cards together, you got body, mind, spirit, and what did I forget? Body, mind, spirit, and earth. You know, you've got them all. You know, but one of the things that they were saying that they want me to throw in here was, in those time of silence, and this fits for anybody, it really is so important for us to look at our programming and to look at our generational programming that we keep carrying. And we are programmed to believe that everything's hard to get to. Everything is hard. Like, you don't get things unless you work really hard for them. And it's like, you really need to really drop that program. And they said it's so easy to do, but yet we have been programmed to think it's so hard. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So thank you.
Do you want to go, Lola?
Yes, I pretty much have the same thing. Spiritually, I do have a great thing coming in here with I'm not sure why they're bringing it. Oh, okay. Anyways, I do have the rider and the cross, which is a confirmation of what you were saying, Karen, with things coming in spiritually, and there's the sun as well. And but that is not before yes, you, Ellen, dropped those beliefs of what is possible or what is not, as Karen mentioned, because I have the mountain right in the middle of the spread, and then after that is the rider and the cross. So it's really come in conjunction with what Karen was saying.
It's spot on. That's really cool. Let me go ahead and I got a little distracted by the talk in the chat. But here we go. We have, do you recognize these cards, Lola?
Sorry, I was trying to. Yes, I do.
I got them.
You got them.
I splurged. I couldn't help it. Girl power.
Working on her computer, and I'm trying to do my lights, so we're all.
Yes, I have the green screen on in here, and I'm trying to remove it.
So
there we go.
Okay, so Ellen, it's
okay.
The overall energy here is nurturing yourself. You have the Queen of Ariel, and that's bringing in taking time to nurture yourself. Your day is filled with giving, and Spirit wants you to take some time out and love you. And oh my goodness, like every single card here is basically cups. The center energy, you have the Nine of Cups here, you have the King of Cups, and the Queen of Cups on either side of that. That's all about really bringing in that abundance of love and emotion. So on either side here, the Queen and King, they are mature energies coming in. They're emotionally stable. They can handle many different levels of emotion and really well. And they really know when to give out love and when not to. And that's really strange that's coming in here. It's like sometimes, always lead with love, right? But sometimes there's someone who's not going to accept that at all, and it's just going to bash and bounce back and hit you. So they also are aware of that. And yeah, so even when the seas are rough and whatever, they still can remain stable. So that's coming in there, and I feel like that's you. And then in the middle here with the 9 of Cups, it's like everything you've hoped for is in place here. I mean, this is just beautiful. And then what's coming here on top is the 6 of Wands, and that's victory. So you're having, this is bringing in a victory for you. Whatever this energy is coming, because this is general, whatever this is covering for you with this, all these cups, and needing to take time to nurture and love yourself, this is a victory for yourself that's coming in there. And let's see. Do you guys have anything else there?
No.
Okay, I want to draw another card for you. I want to get a little more information here, Ellen.
So, Ellen, I don't know how, but you've got some new movement coming in, and so it didn't feel like in home, because usually for me the ship represents like moving, especially when it's in the house with the house. But they're saying you've got a lot of movement coming on, so I would really look at spiritual, emotionally, I mean just all of it, that you try to ground yourself. And I'd go back to saying, no, I don't have anything to add. Actually, I did. I was trying to figure it out, because they were like, I mean, they gave it to me so fast when Debbie was saying, that bouncing wall thing. What I got was don't go down with the ship. I mean, it was really weird, because it was don't go down with the ship, and then it was like dragging a horse to water and just trying to shove its head. And, even if you do it out of love, that doesn't mean someone else is going to take it. So don't feel bad for them not taking that.
Okay, and so I'm going to come back to here tonight. So I know this is general, but now it's kind of looking like this has to do with work. And, so I feel like you are going to get victory in work. Something's coming in for you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to clarify that. And I feel like, so this energy, so hopefully the message is coming through. And then that first vision that I received with the ripples. So hopefully that will help you and help guide you and acknowledge that there's a victory for you. And it's time to think about yourself in this situation, okay? And you will have that victory. So I hope that was helpful, Ellen. Blessings to you.
And thank you for being so patient each time.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So I just want to give a shout out to Greeter. She's also willing. I'm losing the comments here. She's said she's willing to hold back if other people want to ask questions, because she feels like she's already asked a lot of questions. But I'm going to keep you on the list, Greeter. But thank you so much. And they will definitely get you on Thursday too if we don't get to you. So the next person we have is Kathy. And Kathy, can you go ahead and pop your question back on, because it's off the chat for me to find to be able to put it up here.
And once again, for those of you that are just coming in, we're going to limit this to 10 people, only because we go for like 3 hours and it's really, really tough. But at 10, we'll take a look at it and see if we can still keep going. So, but feel free to put your question down.
All right, Kathy. What does my ancestors and angels say to me today? And Aries boyfriend. So like together or like as a couple or just to both of you in general, like I'll figure it out.
I know, I'm like, that's really throwing me off. I'm going 15 different ways. So when I go this way, I don't, we need to narrow that question down.
Narrow it down. Oh, together. Thank you, Kathy. That helps. Okay.
They're definitely showing me what Debbie and I were talking about last night when I was doing the live on my page, which was, you know, there definitely has to be some gentleness between you guys. Understand that this energy, I mean, it's really odd because they show me the waves that I've been talking about. You know, we're all riding these waves, and it's really emotional, but it's, you know, really odd because they say you show you guys riding these waves and you're holding hands, but then one person falls in and it's really odd. So instead of letting the hands go, it's just like the other person is trying to help, and it's just a hot mess. So just be gentle with each other and understand that this energy is just wonky and weird, and it's just hard to kind of paddle through, and there's going to be some sludge. And so like Debbie said yesterday, when you're not feeling good, or times when you're just really snappy, you know, there's that times you need to remember how awesome your partner is and how beautiful they are and the reasons why you fell in love with them. All too much. Sometimes we forget to do that. So however that resonates with you.
And the vision I got was, you know, you guys walking hand in hand and kind of looking at each other. But I felt like there was a little bit of, in the vision, I felt like there was a little bit of a, like unevenness.
Yeah.
And but I feel like it's mostly in your mind, like your own battle within your own mind, that it's time to make some changes in yourself and acknowledge and stand up and be strong in you, and recognize yourself as a significant part of this relationship, right? Like, I'm trying to explain it, but like what you have to say is important. Who you are is important. You are meant to be. You are strong. You are smart. You are empathic. You are psychic. You have. I'm trying to show a picture here. You have lots on the table, so don't take the back seat in this relationship.
And this person is not the same person you've dated before.
Correct.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So don't. Now I'm seeing this. So to help me, they're trying to help me explain it. You know, when people are walking and you see someone kind of walking behind their partner instead of beside them, it's kind of like they're kind of like, this relationship is not to be that way. Okay, you walk side by side, and you stand true to you. Bring that to the table. And the two cards that came here for you real quick to begin with, you have the Knight of Michael and the Seven of Gabriel, both bringing in that truth and standing up to be you. Okay, both of those backing that up. So, all right, I'll pass it off to one of you guys.
Yeah, Karen, you can go ahead.
Okay, because I really need your help with this one, guys. So I was just going, what's going on with Kathy? What does she need to know? What does she need to know? And I want to show the girls this just because they will kind of decide how they want to. So this was the middle one. Okay. These would be to the left.
I couldn't.
Sorry.
I'm having a hard time.
So ship.
Thank you.
And
The boat.
the boat. And then, oh gosh, this one.
And the moon.
The boat and the
moon. Okay.
And then on the right side, it came the clouds and the tower.
And the tower.
And I really struggled because I don't know what it is with Kathy. Every time I try to hone in today with you, I just go 50 different ways. I mean, it's just like I can't, my ADHD kicks in. So it's like, whoa. So what hit me first was there's something going on with work, work in the ship. There's, some, this is two-parter for me. This was just kind of, it's going to take some time to get to. And then clouds, things that are tough. But then I don't know, Kathy, if you have some stuff going on with court, but that's what slapped me was court.
Yep. You nailed that one.
I mean, something's going on with court, and I don't know. I mean, because it went 50 different ways again. It went with money. It went with writing things down. It went through calling Saint Expedite in, asking Saint Expedite to help you and guide you if there was things going on with courts. So if any of those things resonate, it's just, you got some stuff going on here. It's going to be tough, but manifest it in a good way. Manifest that things work out for you. It's easy. It's great. And remember that just because you have the court card does not mean it could mean that, you are going, it might be your significant other who has something going on, but you're dragged in emotionally. Okay. So, okay. Those are the parts.
I do have yes, I do have money financial situation going on here as well. That is actually on the shaky ground because I do have I put a double line of trees, and well, actually, I'm going to touch on the relationship and also finance because as a relationship is concerned with the tree and the anchor in this, actually, because the anchor was in the middle of the lower row and this one was in the beginning. There's definitely there's room for growth for this relationship and stability, but there is also like Karen and Debbie said, Kathy, you need to step up because whoever has the upper hand in this relationship with the fox here is actually topping the balance of the relationship with the mice right on top of the anchor and right next to the tree here. So you really need to not allow your partner to have the how can I say that? Yes, there is mutual respect, but things have to be on an equal part for things to, balance. Think of it as balance. If one side of the scale is heavier, that's going to top the balance on that side, and you lose balance. So this is what I feel like is going on in this situation right here. So yes, I'm going to say what Karen and Debbie both said. You need to bring yourself to the realization that you are more worthy than you think you are, and bring yourself to the partner's level, because only when there's that balance that things we go we go well. And I also I did mention the finance. I have finance appear with the bear and the fish here, but the bear is also right next to the mice. So I'm not sure what
I feel like, well, if I can just step in there to help you with I feel like that has to do actually with the divorce proceedings.
Oh, there's a divorce going on.
Okay. But that's not what she was at. I mean, the reason we're kind of all confused is because we stepped into her energy and Spirit's given us all this stuff.
Other things
beyond
just her current newer relationship.
So maybe that's what explained the financial part being kind of sparsing away with or being divided somehow, and the stability here too, because they both touch they both have influence in I mean the influence is on both the financial part and the relationship part as well. So yeah, that would make sense if now that you mentioned the divorce. So yeah, that is pretty much what I have here. And does that make sense, Caddy?
While you were waiting, I'll go ahead and.
Yes, please.
So yeah, so going back to the balance, and
juggling.
All three of us got that you are trying to do. You're juggling a lot right now. A lot of emotions. You're juggling finances. You're juggling.
Can I hop in? And it's almost like, so what they gave me is a situation that I was in too. Not only are you juggling that, just the everything, but then you're juggling looking at this person and being so frustrated and irritated and so, not 100% over. You're still emotionally involved over here, but then you're starting this new thing and feeling like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde going back and forth. And then it's a whole rash of emotions. And so they're saying, this new person came in at the perfect time that he needed to come into your life. Okay, so don't worry about that. Understand that what you are going to feel, because they show a line, and you are so blurred emotionally with dealing with, kind of standing your ground with. Sorry, guys, but standing your ground with Ass Jack over there, because they put Ass Jack over there and they put the new one over here.
She just started laughing. I know she did. I can hear her.
Okay. They put him over there. And so it is very odd feeling inside of you, feeling both these emotions within minutes or hours. Just be gentle with yourself. Yeah. Understand that each one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah.
Okay. And just know that this one feels really good, regardless. Okay. Because I never tell, it's very rarely that I say that person's your soulmate or that person's your twin flame. But for whatever reason, Spirit has this person in your life. So have fun and look at it like a beautiful, wonderful thing. And just when it comes to Ask Jack, you need to start praying to Saint Expedite. Do what I do, light a candle, put a picture of him up, of Saint Expedite, and start asking that you get your needs met and that it is a fair trade, and that any karma or anything like that between you is now null, done, it's void, it's done, because that dude needs to go. Okay. Yeah. So yay you. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. And with these cards in the middle energy, as you start on your journey, and in this, you're shutting the door on that part of your season of your life, and starting on your own journey. what's going to help you is you standing your, staying on top of it, standing your ground. Continue to do that throughout this proceedings, okay? And here with the King of Swords coming in, you have the truth will be known, or whatever. Standing in your truth. This is the outcome. This is the outcome card, and that's you standing strong in your truth and powerful. And you have a voice.
Yeah.
And it really is. So as soon as Debbie said you have a voice, immediately I got, for the new guy, remember that how you allow things to happen, because they immediately throw up a white picket fence. So if I always say, it's okay, because they squeeze me right here. When they squeeze me, that means I'm not speaking my truth. So you have to speak your truth. You have to have good boundaries in this relationship. And remember, when you say, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's all right. No, you didn't hurt me, but it did hurt. You're showing people how to treat you. Right. And so you're the one that they're saying, grab your balls. And the minute something tiny happens, you speak up then, not, long time ago. Okay. So I'm excited for you. I really am. It feels good.
Yeah, this is a good season coming up for you.
Yeah. So I got love abounds, Oh, sorry, Debbie, you want to go?
Oh, no. I mean, they can go together.
Okay.
Turn on the light and you can see that's going to, as soon as you, and I think I'm kind of remembering a reading we did before. And I feel like this is just bringing in like a whole, as soon as this cloud is off of you, this muck is off of you, you're going to have a whole new
perspective.
Yeah.
That was that releasing. As soon as you release and let go of all of this crap, and I know it's kind of hard to release when you're going through, but this is sacral. This is releasing all the crap that you've been holding on for years, and it's going to be so awesome.
Blessings, Kathy. Okay, so next on the list we have positive for life. So positive, if you want to go ahead and pop your question up. I see that you kind of put your name toward last. Okay, I see. You're welcome, Kathy. Okay, so positive, if you want to do, if you want to do that, so then Golden is next. Okay. Thank you, Golden, for posting that. All right.
We all just stare for a little while. We're all just.
Golden, hi, nice to meet you. Can you please clarify the question, because the three of us here are really puzzled.
Okay, so you want clarity about a relationship with Mitt regarding love. You're ready for a positive forward movement, and so you just want clarity about this relationship. I'm feeling that might be the question. Right. Okay. I feel the vision that's being dropped in. I just feel like you've really put you've put a lot of yourself forward into it. Like you've like almost like almost too much. You know what I mean? Like you really have made everything perfect for this person to be in your life. And I feel, and I don't want to be negative about this, because that's a kind thing to really create a really nice space for a loved one, someone that you love or whatever. But I feel like almost like it's at some cost to you. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at that, and that's kind of what's being shown.
So what I got was, and I didn't understand it, so that's why I was kind of like staring at it for a while, because I was like, I don't know what this means, I literally watched a dog, and I'm not calling him a dog, okay? Not yet. I don't feel that way, but I'm watching a dog, and you're like he's wagging his tail, and he just keeps walking off, and I'm trying to kind of get answers, get something. And that right there, because then I focused on the dog, that right there makes me so happy that I've got this thing, and I'm not giving it. I mean, that's the only way I could understand that. It kind of made sense when Debbie started in. And, then the words that I heard was, and I'm going to mess this all up. Don't put somebody first that would make you an option. And then I got clear. I asked for, can you give me something else? And then I immediately got that sometimes we need to know why, or we need to have that closure or that understanding. Because Debbie's right. I feel like you poured so much, and you literally showered him. I mean, I'm watching streams of gold that you did so much, but you're not getting yourself met. And so it really is, if you're looking outside, because they're saying, that's kind of searching through solar plexus, looking at it. But you may not be able to get something outside of yourself. You're going to have to look from within, because if you're looking, like, for instance, they're giving me someone that's trying to say sorry for things. It's not going to happen. I don't know how that resonates. They're saying this is bringing in new things for your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is opening up. Pretty soon, you're going to get some well-deserved rewards. These things that you've been wanting, this is the relationship deck. These things that you've been wanting, that you've been putting forth, this is all about you getting the things that you really, really want. And then new vitality is coming your way. So new and wonderful things. So there is, whatever is coming to you is going to be so much nicer. So, okay.
It's so interesting. You practically read the cards that I have here. Because
you should have been holding up.
Everything you were saying, I was looking at my card and just shaking my head, like, yep, pretty much. Because I do have my first row, my top row, the tree, the clouds, and the tree, the cloud, and the moon. This is the first row. And as everyone has said, Debbie and Karen said, you work so much for these things to grow with this person, with the tree here, but it's like you did most of the work, because like right now, this is where you are emotionally you drained. You are because there is this is the cloud and the moon. So yeah, emotionally you drown. It's even probably it might be time to move forward, because the second row, I have this rider with the bouquet and the hurt. Well, actually, in the other order, the rider. Where is my heart? The rider.
So hard.
This way.
The struggle's real, guys. The struggle.
Yeah. The rider, the bouquet, and the hurt. Yes. In that so there is definitely
a possibility of something new coming in.
Yes. With that second row, but where you are right now is really in this yeah, you went all in. No, I mean, it's pretty much the life out of you, with because the tree here, that's also your life power, your life source, your life it's and being right next to the cloud, it's just, yeah, it's like you invested way too much where you probably should not. But there is definitely room for something that you actually want to manifest, you want for yourself, coming for you, with the rider, the bouquet, and the hurt together. That's really, really positive. And then on top of the hurt, the moon is on top of the hurt. This is something that will be fulfilling, even emotionally, for yourself, and mind and body, because the hurt mirror the tree here as well. So
there is somebody new, and he gets the feeling that he's coming back. But I've been having this in my hand for a little bit, and sorry to interrupt you. I just
no, you're fine. I was done, actually.
Okay, throw this out there, which is be very, very careful, Golden. Be very, very careful, because if you look at this, you see her face and her hands coming at you, and it's like, look at here, but he may be coming back to kind of tempt you, and you need to go, that's the same saltine cracker, he says. So get your perspective going. That's exactly it, Lola. And that's that. And there's a new expansion. There's something new happening. So they keep saying it's an old Eddie Murphy joke where they're like, don't go back for the same saltine cracker when you got a Ritz in front of you.
True.
Truth. So, Golden, of course, you have a choice, right? You can choose whatever path that you want to take. So this kind of showing you, if you choose that, that's fine. But you're not going to have everything that you need. You'll be walking away with, or you'll be living with just partially what you deserve there.
It's the same thing. He just dresses it different, you know, like instead of coming, they just dressed him. Literally, my spirit guides dressed him in a whole 3-piece suit, the whole 9 yards, and he looks good, but it's the same that he was before. So, but you have a choice.
You do. And, please do not ignore the shadow parts of this relationship. Even if you stay, do not ignore the shadow parts of this relationship and the pain that you've endured throughout it. It's important to bring those to light. Okay. If you stay, bring those to light and communicate about it. Okay. And, because it is eating away at you. It's eating away at the relationship. It's eating away at you as a person. It's taking away from your power, your empowerment. Okay. And it's time to take care of you.
Yes.
Here. And here is that new person coming in, and you've heard the chatter about it, but anyways, they're saying, here's the King of Cups coming in, and this is an emotional, stable person who is full of love to give and would be more of a good match for you coming in. Okay.
I would agree, Golden. She hasn't, I'm looking at my phone for the chat, and she said there needs to be more clear communication and more healing. And that's a yeah. And just the realization that you may never know or never have. I want to be very careful how I say this, and hopefully you may never have him helping you with that closure and giving you the words that you need.
Yeah.
So it really is standing in your power and you realizing that, you know, and I'm just going to use this as an example. It's like when somebody cheats on you, they're not going to tell you why they cheated. They're going to turn it around on you. So
oh yeah.
So that's what they're giving me is like, you're waiting for some words, you're waiting for something, you're waiting for the whys and how couldas. And I'm not saying he cheated, but that's how they give it to me. But he's just wagging his tail. Like, I'm just so happy you're still trying to get some closure and it still bothers you. And so be like, you know, you got to go and cut the apron strings and cut cords, however you need to do that, and just send him on his merry way with love and light, that he finds somebody that, you know, makes him happy, because you are gonna thrive regardless. So I'm excited for you. For those that just come in, thank you very much, Nikki, for subscribing. Appreciate you. Everybody else, please go to Lola's channel and my channel. Feel free to subscribe there. Okay, that way when any of us are on, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're on. Okay. And we usually jump around each other's channels. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, blessings to you.
Blessings, Golden.
I'm really excited for you, Golden. I really see lots of healing and lots of just, you know, it's really funny because they really show me you just letting things go.
Yeah. So Yvonne is next. So Yvonne, if you can pop your question up again and I can grab onto that.
T-Bar, Lola has been really busy with her other.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, where have you been?
Oh, I'm here now. Yes, I've been really busy with the other channel and that business actually, because that channel is linked to my personal training business. And I was talking about it with Karen a little bit on Friday night. I just opened that one. And so as of right now, in total, I'm managing 9 pages, including these 2 channels. So I've been really, it took most of my time, but I've had ideas for this channel because I'm also working towards improving this channel, like changing the thumbnails, changing things, coming up with new material. I have actually had ideas for next readings. I just need the time to sit down and do those readings, because I've been thinking of actually Grand Tableau. Don't ask me why, but that's a challenge.
What's the channel called, Lola?
The other channel, that's Beast Train Mean.
I want to say a quick hi to Nikki real quick. Hi, Nikki. I'm so sorry.
Hi, Nikki.
We're and welcome to the channel. Well, thank you for subscribing. We all 3 have channels and we do lives all the time, so we will get you.
I'm the lazy one, because by the time I get on Debbie's channel and Lola's channel, I'm like, I don't want to go on. But you can catch me. I do a lot of Facebook on my Karen Elizabeth page. So I do that. I try to keep up with that one.
So, thank you, Nikki. But yeah, so we're taking, we take like 10 and we're on quite a while. We love this community, so
Yes,
hang
we
out
do.
with us and be a part of us. And I know that we will get to you at one of our live streams.
So,
Sorry.
Debbie, I sent you the name of the channel, and
Okay.
sure, T-Bar, it's a different niche that's fitness related, but anyone is free to join. You can definitely take a look at the channel if you like what you see there. Please subscribe, because I'm trying to grow both channels together, because I love challenge like that.
Yes. So it's very inspiring, her other channel. And here you guys go. It is called Beast Train Mean.
Yes.
All right, Yvonne. Okay, so Yvonne wants a message from Spirit, whatever they want it, whatever Spirit wants to bring to Yvonne.
Okay.
So I picked these three. It is very odd because the reason I'm just like, I don't know what it is with the animals today, but I've got a lot of animals in my room right now. It's really weird. I don't know if you lost a dog, Yvonne, but there is a dog that really steps forward here. I don't know why. It's just, just like happy to be here. But they say that this is a lot of dissent going on. And so this is about looking at yourself and growing. This is about really just kind of bearing down. And, we have been doing this time of quiet, is looking at yourself, and you're really being forced to look at yourself, how you deal with things. What don't you like anymore? I mean, a lot of us are changing things.
Thank you, T.
Relationships, jobs, friendships, you name it, it's changing. And they're saying you got to have a new strategy. You got to strategize about certain situations that are going on in your life, Yvonne. And I don't know why, but just certain situations in your life, you have got to, kind of figure it out. And then it's looking at things through new eyes, the innocence of things. Looking at situations, and they're showing me, walking a path and then paying attention to those pebbles and paying attention to the small things. And they're like, whoa, slow down, slow your roll, they say. For some reason, I don't know why they're saying slow down, because you're going too fast and you're missing stuff. So.
Yeah, and I'm getting the vision they gave me, Yvonne, is you're trimming bushes down, like you're trimming. You're taking time to trim for new growth. So I feel what they were bringing in with that is you may be feeling like you're being pruned a little bit yourself right now. It's a time of pruning for that new growth to come. It's not always comfortable, but know that it's going to be expansive, right? So on the other side of the pruning, I'm also getting here the Four of Ariel here, and it's kind of like watching what you give out. It's my codependent card here. So be careful what you are giving out right now. But in that, I'm not sure how that matches the the pruning situation. But it's kind of like watching what's going in, watching what's going out type of deal with the Four of Ariel coming in overall. But let's take a look closer.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Debbie, but I see in the comment, Dr. Victor Adepoju. Can we take his question, because he's been trying to have a question answered for the last month or so, but he always came up late when we were closing.
Yeah.
And I know today, I know we say we're taking 10 questions, but can we extend the question list just so we can answer his question today, because he's been coming in the chat.
We keep missing you, Dr. Victor. We keep missing his question.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay. So the cards that I got, one of the things that I want to be focused on, and it's not, sometimes it just, the cards call out to you. This card, I immediately, there's three things going on here. One, you got the fights and the arguments. Okay. Immediately I heard, and this is just what my spirit guides are goofballs, by the way, if you haven't figured it out. So they're saying, don't argue about the toilet seat being up when the whole entire house is a hot mess. Okay. So in other words, be very careful what you're going to fight about. Fight about the things that matter, and I don't know, Yvonne, which one they want you to know that they're not telling me, because it's really odd, because when in this situation, well, as soon as I asked which one is it, I got the brick wall up, which means that I have to tell them all to you. You have to put this puzzle together. Okay. So the first one is fights and arguments. You're arguing, or you might be the other person, people arguing with you. The second thing was, it's time to sweep people and things out of your life that no longer resonate with your frequency that you are changing. Okay. And number three, be very, very aware of yours or other people's. The whip to me represents addictions. And it could be I'm addicted to moon pies. Okay. It's something that they're called Fat Boy ice creams. They're about this. It's an ice cream sandwich. So it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs, alcohol, things like that. But for however this suits you, it was not the center card, but they said this was the main topic. This could either be something new, or it could be with an actual child. Okay. You have got to write things down. You've got a diary. You've got to write things down. You've got to pay attention. It's very important. It will be okay. Whatever that situation is, it is going to be okay, but it's going to require, what's really odd when you get these two together, to me, it's going to require paperwork. It's going to be required writing things down. This is about, they keep showing me that you really have to step forward. You really have to do it. Okay. Whatever this means to you, because literally every time I asked, I just got a brick wall. So
interesting.
I
just want to say,
yes, go ahead, Debbie.
Lola, that Karen is no longer buying moon pies.
No, I'm not buying any more moon pies.
She stopped buying.
Good.
I had to tell the beast that you were not buying moon pies anymore.
Yeah.
Very serious about this.
So
I was addicted. I had an addiction too, and it was that was years ago. It was chocolate, and it was so bad because on a daily basis, like literally every day, I would eat a minimum of 100 grams of chocolate. So yes, so I will always have with me. You see those 100 tablets of chocolate, I will always have at least 2, because one will be for me and I would not share that one. I would not matter who you were. I had people who stopped talking to me because of that, and I had people I stopped talking to because they refused to share chocolate with me. So, yeah, no, seriously, it was that bad.
My whole thing is, and I don't have a problem telling people, in my day job, I work with kids with emotional disabilities. So most of them have autism, and some of them are bipolar and schizophrenics. And so I move a lot during my work. Well, now that we've been in quarantine, I've been sitting. And so I get bored and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I should go upstairs and grab a moon pie. So, sorry, Vaughn. We just kind of took a break right there. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why we're talking about this. She's our food addiction.
No, I knew there was a reason. So
yeah, I mean, it really is. You know, I'm a firm believer that if you know where this stems from, you know, and for me personally, I'm only 5'3", so I'm really, really tiny, but I'm starting, you know, round is getting to be my shape. But it really is, I know where that stems from, honestly. And for me personally, it's some childhood traumas that happened to me. So when your body, you know, they're giving me what Debbie and I talk about when we get into discussions like this. Your body has muscle memory. Your body remembers these traumas. And so sometimes that's how it kind of relates. And I'm not saying this is for you, Yvonne, but if this fits for anybody out there, sometimes when we eat, we want to, it's almost like in the back of our minds, it's like being heavy so we don't have to move. You know, being, you know, if we do this, it makes us heavy. It makes people not look at us. You know, so there's a reason behind it. So I would say, you know, try to look through that reason. You know, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So try to look and see if there's something that you can figure out about food. And that's me. I mean, I love food. It's at 50, it's not loving me right now, but I love food. So, okay, let's go this way. Who's got cards out?
I think Lola was on.
Yes, I do. And Yvonne, I have interesting cards here because, well, first of all, how are your dreams? Because I do have, based on these cards here and what I actually feel, I feel like you may be receiving some some information through your dreams that you may not necessarily be aware of. And if that's the case, you need to document whatever you dream of, because I have the store, then the woman, which here will be you, and then the book. So whatever it is that you are dreaming of, record your dreams. Record your dreams with the star and the book in here, because they are not your dream seems to be a way that spiritually, with the cross here, spiritually you get information, and so I don't see any answer from, but yeah, there is definitely spiritually you seem to be evolving, because I also have the moon right next to the cross, and the moon is lighting above with the star here. So yes, what I have mainly here has to do with your dreams, and start working with them, because they are, as a spiritual person, this is a mean for you to get, you know, some people get message from just sitting there, and this spirit is right wherever they are, but the information is going this way, or through writing, and you, in your case, it might be dreams. So that's why I say, whatever, when you go to bed, if it's not something that you already do right now, whenever you go to bed at night, before you actually sleep, ask your spirit guard, your spirit guides. Yes, thank you. I was stuck in French right there. Ask your guides to it's it's a never-ending thing. When you polyglot, all those language come in. They're words that I mean, before I speak them, or even when I speak them, they just come always in different language. But anyways, when you go to bed, ask your guide to show you what you need to know in your dreams. And when you wake up the next morning, I mean, keep a journal by your side, a journal and a pen, so that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do is record the last things that you remember, because that's yeah, your dreams. I think that they're speaking. Your guys are speaking to you through your dreams, and a lot. And you, if you haven't been paying attention right now, I mean, if you haven't been paying attention up until now is the time to start. To start.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So the vision that I received at the beginning with that pruning, and pruning back to it's going to burst with growth, and kind of what, and then that the Four of Pentacles came in, where it's like you're watching. We're trying to figure out watching what's coming in and what's going out, and like that. It's almost like you're hesitant to use these gifts that you have. But let me show you here. Guess what I got too, you guys. We all three of us
had the book.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this information that's in here, it's kind of hidden, this book needs to be opened. Like you need to get into and understand your gifts.
Hey, Victoria.
And you have the Chariot, and this is powerful. This is power, and your ability to draw powers together and move forward. Okay, and here we have in the middle, this manifesting. You have the Star, and the Six of Swords with the Knight of Cups, and so that's moving towards. And with that Knight of Cups coming in, that's giving you more. That's opening up and giving you more of that giftings. Okay, I say giftings, abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in there, and then on this end you have the Key and the Eight of Wands.
Eight of Wine.
That's coming in quickly. Like that's a lot of stuff coming. A lot of information coming at you. So I feel like you have a lot of information coming in. It's basically, the key is to kind of separate it out and figure out, where is this coming from? Is this claircause? What's those words, Karen? Clairaudient,
clairvoyant. No, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairglucian.
Yeah, so it's basically honing it down.
I always say clairobvious.
So basically, Yvonne, it's kind of honing it down and understanding your abilities, because seriously, you have, with this Chariot card coming in here, you're a powerhouse basically. And you could be really helping a lot of people, but you're kind of, with the Four of Pentacles here, you're kind of holding back, and it's something that you would be able to advise and help people with.
Yep.
Does that make sense, Yvonne? Is this something you want? Is this something you want?
Yeah.
But when it comes to spirit, when it comes to spirituality, you don't necessarily, if this is something that you are meant to be doing, you don't have to want it, because when it's the time for you to step into it, you have no choice.
And I would have to agree. And it changes, because I used to be just dependent on reading the cards. And then I focused away when I was at doing the bigger fairs. People just passing by would distract me. So I started staring at the floor, and I got a new one. And Lola is 100% right, Yvonne, in the aspect of pay attention to your dreams. By the way, thank you, Lola.
Oh, you're welcome.
And the reason why is because I got a new gift like that in the middle of the night. And I had to grab my phone and text exactly what I, so I could remember.
Mm.
So they're saying, even if you wake up to go turn your body around, be very cognizant of what you were just thinking. Because they told me, literally, while you guys were talking, I just watched a bunch of signs just pass by me, and I'm like, darn it, I should have wrote all that down. So Lola's absolutely right. And the reason why it comes to you like that is because it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really easier to do. So.
Absolutely. Blessings to you, Yvonne. I'm excited for you.
Yes.
This should be interesting times.
Yes, you shouldn't be scared, Yvonne. It's actually you're being scared. You being scared, you actually close that door that needs to be opened, that asks for you to open it. So it's easier said than done, but really push that fear, because the fear is also you holding yourself back. So there is really nothing to fear about. I understand that the unknown is scary, and that's actually why many people are afraid of dying. They are afraid of death because they don't know what's next. But yes, there's really no reason to be afraid of. Just from the moment you surrender to yourself, because this is actually surrendering to yourself, because this is you acknowledging the power that you have, your own power, your own self, as you are, as a soul, as who you are meant to be. From the moment you acknowledge and embrace that things would change tremendously. I promise.
Hi, JJ.
All right.
Hey,
Hi, JJ. Welcome. I think Victoria jumped on as well.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Victoria. Welcome. Okay. So we are on to the next question. And who was after you? Okay. We have it here. YOLO is next. YOLO, if you could throw up your question so we can post it up so we can see it. I don't know if there's a delay. YOLO, are you still here? Okay, so I'm not seeing her getting on the chat. Do you guys see it in a different spot?
No, I'm not seeing her either.
Okay, so we will move on then to Bella. Bella, are you still here? Let us know your question. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, I don't see that she's on. Okay, Bella, are you here? You can throw up your question.
Thank you, Yvonne. Same to you.
We have, Yvonne, we have a great community here. I love it.
Yes.
Very supportive. Bella, are you here? Okay, so if Bella's not here, we will move on to Ave, or you call her something else, Karen. Ave.
Ava.
Ava. Oh yeah, it would be Ava, huh? Because it's A-V-E.
Oh no, it's because I don't have my glasses on, so it looks like it from this distance. Otherwise, I'd have to go like that. But if I put my glasses on, this is why, because then you see a bunch of light everywhere.
Yes, we do.
And that's annoying. And then what's worse off, I have to use my bifocal, so I look up like this and up my nose.
Okay, so Ave is not answering either. So now we're going to move on to Maria. You know, which means we can add a couple at the end if they're not popping in.
Yeah, I would agree. Maria, how does Peter feel about me? Hold on. Give me a second.
Virgo Peter.
How does Peter feel about me? He's a Virgo.
All right.
You're such a beauty, Maria.
I wish I could take a selfie like that. You are beautiful. I love the catch.
So, Maria, one of the things that I'm getting is we've been talking. Oh my gosh, I'm going to forget what it is. So first of all, there's 5 planets and they're all in retrograde. That's number one. But we've also been talking about, I keep forgetting. It's not Venus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Venus. I was going to say Sagittarius, and that's wrong. So I'm not an astrology person, but right now for 18 months, or I should say the past 18 months, they say we're in a Venus has come in, and we're having to really look at relationships. And so everybody's doing this. Just because he's a male doesn't mean he's not doing this. But you know, this is a time that, you know, Maria, they show me you sitting back with your feet up and your legs up and just sitting back with wide eyes and watching. Just watch how, you know, they literally show me potato chips and how the potato chips fall. I must be hungry. But watch how the chips fall, because you're going to see whatever true colors he has, they say. So,
and you know, the vision I received is, and again, this is a metaphor, so you got to go with the
yeah.
Spirit gives me these little videos. So I see you, and you're like at a fair or a carnival. You know, like one of those. Every summer they have these fairs in everybody's state or whatever, like a carnival thing. Mm-hmm. And you're walking around and you're just laughing and joyful and eating cotton candy, and he's there, and he just enjoys your joy. I think he really appreciates your ability to be joyful and childlike almost, where most of us try to be all like you know, I'm this, you know, I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to make a joke, you know, like that you're more playful. And I think he enjoys that about you from what I could see in the video dropped in. But let's see what that means. I will throw some cards. I did get the High Priestess card for you. And that's all, when that comes up in a love reading, it's all about manifesting. Mm-hmm. And also it's about using your gut, your intuition about this relationship, bringing that more into play. Don't it's important to use your intuition and gut in relationships. Don't just blindly go in and just because you want something. Okay. So that comes in when that happens.
Lola, do you have cards ready, or do you want me to go?
You can go. I just wait.
So Maria, one of the things that I picked up is, if you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer, but I picked up work. Sometimes spirit does not give us what you want to talk about. Sometimes they give us other things that they want you to know. So the first thing I picked up on, what are you doing for work? And what is so strong about the military? Okay. So that's, I don't know why, but I just saw work and military. Then what came up is, there are some new things. There's some new choices that you're going to be going to. Some new things. A situation is going to change. It will change. It will, they keep saying, you're going to see some true colors coming out. Okay. Debbie, can you look at the chat real quick?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. This is a new commitment. Okay, now remember, new commitment does not have to be with a man. It could be a new commitment for work. It could be a new commitment for a friendship. It could be a new commitment to go out and go to do something. But this is you. Oh, so you want to go to the military. Okay, I think that would be a really good thing. So I mean, I do see military. I see that you are going to do it. They really want you to take as many courses, as many classes, as many things that you can get, so that you don't go in as, and I'm just going to use this as an example, like if you're doing ROTC in high school, you go in at a higher rank than someone who doesn't. If you take a couple of college classes, you'll go in as something higher. But they say the military thing is going to be really good. I really like it for you. Some things are going to, eat away at you, problems, stresses. It's not anything that's going to take too much away from you. It's everyday things. But this is all about you and these changes that you got going on. So with this one being the big major doozy, okay, with changes and choices, what I would say is sometimes, and I want to go back to the very first thing I said, which is I see you kicking back with your feet crossed, just kind of relaxing. Sometimes don't make a choice. Sit back and say, whatever has my highest and best good, please let it work for the best. I have to shut my window. My husband's doing yard work.
Lucky. All right.
I could hear it.
Go ahead, Lola.
I do. Yes, I do. I do have. Well, as far as relationship is concerned, I have really good cards. I have the clover right on top of the dog, which here the dog will be Virgo Peter, and he is right next to the ring, which is right underneath the tree. So really, really good right there. You asked what he's thinking about you. There's definitely room for growth, and he might think long-term commitment. But I also have the job card here with the cross right on top. In this case, that is challenge, not in a difficult way, because the job is knighting with the clover. So this is definitely if it's military, as you mentioned, this is something with the clover and the fox. This is a job that you like, that you feel attracted to. It will come with challenges, but that's not to say to not go for it, because everything, I mean, this is we all know this, everything that is worth it will be hard to get. So don't look at the challenge that that job comes with and back away. And I don't even see you backing away, because even that ring is also next to, actually it's in the middle with on that second row. This is what it is. So you no, the ring is in the middle. So you have the commitment to Virgo Peter here, and the commitment to the job.
Yeah. So there's going to be, I feel like if there's a change in this relationship or anything, it's going to be on your side, Maria, that you're making that decision. I feel like you're going to make a decision to go, actually.
Yeah.
And it's not because of Peter and his feelings for you. I really feel like you do. It's joyful to him, and it's a good friendship between you, I feel like. But I do feel like that. Let me show you the cards that came in as well over here. We have the High Priestess again, and that's using your intuition, right? But we have the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel this is your energy coming in here and being real secure and in yourself, right? It's bringing in that security, standing strong in who you are, and be proud of what you are accomplishing for yourself here. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm really moving in with the idea that you're going to be moving. There you go. Okay. The Eight of Cups is showing that movement, and that's you kind of making that movement away. And with that Knight of Swords, that's you're pursuing something else there. Okay. And then the Four of Pentacles at the end is, so be careful what you're putting out there and what you're bringing in. And it also talks about your own foundation as well in this Four of Pentacles. You got this. It's important for maybe it's not time to really start this relationship, because of some opportunities that are coming your way, coming up. So this is kind of talking about, be careful what you're actually putting out there, because you're not sure what you can accept in right now, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with these cards. Did you, Karen, did you pull any other cards with that?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And so this is one of them, Maria, is schizophrenia. Okay. I'm not diagnosing it. Don't worry. It basically means that you're trying to look at that. You're holding all of this together. I mean, you're trying to hold it all, and you're holding it all, and all the weight is on your shoulders to hold this stuff together. And this is about going, it's not mine to control. It's not mine to kind of do. So this isn't, I mean, even though you're focused on your question, this is outside of your question, they're saying, so don't try to hold everything together. Control what you can control. They're showing me schoolwork for some reason. I mean, do what you need to be doing to get yourself up there. Don't be stressing about the little things that you can't control. You got to find some compromises in these things, so be willing to compromise. And then once you, compromise and see that you can't control it all, then you get to have lots of possibilities coming your way, lots of really, really good things. But they keep saying, even the whole entire time, I was really struggling to listen to Debbie talk, because I just keep, I mean, literally someone was going, exactly. Exactly. It's like, so whatever Debbie said, this one's going exactly. So I really feel you changing things up and you seeing things a completely different way. And they also gave me the, the drive-through. The drive-through is my sign for be very specific what anybody, this is for everybody, wants in a relationship.
Yes.
Be very specific about what you want. Not, I want, and I'm just going to use this, my husband's name is Dwight. So I didn't go say, I want Dwight. No, I said, I want a beautiful soul. I want someone who's going to be able to be okay with my gift and support me. I want someone who is responsible with alcohol. I want someone who's responsible with drugs. Flat out what I asked for is someone that can handle a little bit of my crazy, because we're all crazy. You know? So be very particular about the things that you want, not what you don't want, because you will see. And they're showing me a picture, and the colors change. So what you thought you wanted, you may, like Debbie said, you may not. Things are going to change, So I'm excited for you.
And the last card I pulled from here is connect with your soul family.
Woot woot.
Woo woo.
Woot woot.
All right. Blessings to you, Maria.
Blessings, Maria, and best of luck.
Thank you, Positive for Life. Look what Positive did for us. Wrote down our stuff.
I'm like, I can't see. Hold on.
I start
on the screen.
I can't see that close. I have to go like that with the bifocals.
All right. Okay, so next we have I lost track. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Positive.
Pragaya is next. Pragaya. Oh, okay. So Ave is going next because she missed her turn because her computer was giving
crash.
Okay, and here we go. That is not it. And she has a crush. Ave has a crush on him.
It's Arius. Shafak.
I will mess that up. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not even going to try.
I like Ave Maria. Ave Marie. I love it. And I like your name too, but I don't want to mess it up. Strong. Passionate. Shafak.
So if I pronounce it in French, that would be Shafak. Is it how we pronounce it, Ave? Or do you pronounce it differently?
Let's go ahead and put this up real
Do
quick.
the question.
Okay.
Oh, cool, Shafak. Thank you, Shafak.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It rings true. I'm Capricorn. We talked at work face to face 3 days ago. Why he can't tell. So you have a crush on him. You talk at work. And you want to know if he has feelings for you. All right. And he's an Aries. I'm seeing a playful banter, like a little playful thing back and forth.
You know, Shafak, I keep hearing it is very, very important for you to start. You know, I like your comment that you just said, because maybe he's not my person and that's why he can't tell me his feelings. You know, when I try to focus on him, I'm dealing with all these things on my plate. So I'm looking at a plate and I'm dealing with all this stuff on here that I don't know if a relationship is something that's even in my head, you know?
Yeah.
And it's nothing against you. I mean, I literally feel that the most beautiful person could walk in front of me and I'd still be looking at my plate, because I have all of these responsibilities and all of these things that I am trying to put in order. And so I don't know if we've ever talked about, or if you've heard me talk about the 3 papers, but that's what they gave me. You know, you need to look at the 3 papers. And what's really odd is here I pulled these cards, but this is papers, writing things down, journaling. You know, you got the letter, you got the journal notebook, writing things down of what you really, truly want. The other thing they said is that you yourself need to decide. You know, when I focused you, I'm reading what you just wrote. Can somebody read that out loud? I want to write for social media or number, but then I get back down saying to myself, no, first, you should love me search, me find. Well, that's this right here is, you know, kind of making that decision. You know, I would say, this seems to be something I've said several times today. Why put him first when he's not paying you attention? Why make him number 1 when he's dealing with all this? So this is about figuring out what you want, what makes you happy. What do you need in your life? Because they give me the sign of the tree and the little dog, the barking chihuahua.
I have a dog.
Yeah. So the tree is a sign for you're barking. We say we have a I don't know what you call it. It's like barking up the wrong tree. You're looking for something, trying to talk over here, and it's not going to go anywhere.
No.
You know, I got this, you know, once you really, really, truly look for what you want, things are going to end, because, you know, you're trying so hard to it's really weird. They show me a picture, a movie, like you're trying and you're talking and you're doing all this, and because you really want this person and you're putting all this effort into this, and this person literally has got something covered on his eyes and he's talking to you and he's just being nice and da-da-da-da. But it's not because he doesn't like you or anything. It's just because immediately they bring up that plate that he's dealing with a lot of stuff. And, you know, this is, you know, dealing with work, dealing with things, dealing with stuff. So that's what I got from it.
Not even in his.
Huh?
It's not even in his.
No, it's really weird. He's not even, like, relationships are way back there. I have to, it's like I set this poll up, or I set this thing up, and he has to complete this. He has to do this, whatever this is. And I can't do anything else until I reach this goal, until I reach this. And it is the way he has, and I don't know if it's culturally or not, but because they show me a lot of elders behind him, like pushing him towards this way of, you got to have it like this before you do anything else. It's very weird.
Lola.
You both. Okay, guys, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, I pretty much have I feel compared to pull a grand tableau here. There is definite not a grand tableau, sorry.
You just say
Nine,
what?
I know you're doing work. That's a
no,
lot of work.
no. Grand tableau has been in my mind all this week, but no, a box spread, 9 cards.
Feels like a grandchild.
So I have a box spread here, and I do see, yes, this is someone confirmation, someone from work that you've been in communication with, and even possibly through mean of the internet, back and forth, not just face to face, and but romantically he's not there, at least not with you, because the snake here, this will be him, and it's right next to the snake here. This is someone else, that's not you. So like Karen says, you have things to figure out for yourself, because even though you're talking with him and he probably makes you feel like things are going the way you want them to go, they're not. But once you figure it out, I have these 2 cards here, and they are both below him. So this friendship might even end, or not necessarily that you stop talking to him, but in the way that your expectation for with him will be put in the past. And there is also the fact that the job card is right next to the coffin, and they are all on the same line.
Wow.
It might also be that that separation may also come from the fact that you walk away from that job, or that job ends in some ways, or him, because this box spread is actually about him, because he's in the middle, and
Right,
he's
so
stuck
he
here.
might leave the job, right?
Yes, so it might be that yes, thing ends because he leaves the jobs, however that happens, but there is an ending here, and you should definitely look into yourself, and well, ask your with the card, yeah, ask yourself what it is that you want, because that is once you have that answer, you can be able to work toward what you want, and that even will make a huge difference in your manifestation, because right now there is what you need and what you want that are mixed in this guy. But yes, I would say definitely, yeah, do some internal work, because the man for you because the man for you is not this guy.
Can I step in with this card?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So,
I'm done.
Eva, look at the picture real quick. So, this girl right here is dreaming of this perfect relationship, and she wants this so bad, and she's dreaming, and she's, this is what's going to make me happy. This is what the dream looks like. This is what I want so bad. And what this card represents is you have to do some work on yourself. You asked a question, which is, why doesn't this person come to me? Why doesn't my true love come? And this is one of the hardest things to teach someone and to stop, which is when you say, my true love's never coming. Why am I always alone? Why don't I find love? When you look at people and they watch couples and you're like, I'm never going to have that. I'm getting older and it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Putting in the universe.
You put it out to the universe. It's not happening. Why hasn't this happened for me yet? Why do I care for people who don't care for me? It's the hardest thing to change because you have to be okay with where you're at right now. You can say, I don't have someone now, but when I do, he's going to support me. He's going to love me. He's going to treat me very good. And I will be a queen to him. So that is how you need to change that phrase. Not, it's not happening, but when it happens, it's going to look like this. And know that it will happen as soon as you change the way that you're doing it. And as soon as you acknowledge what you really want, because they keep saying, you know, that you haven't really dug deep to see what you really
want.
really want. It's like, I want someone just to come into my life. I want someone to make me happy. But and you know, in your words, I want a long-term relationship. Yes, but there's a lot more than that. You know?
Yep.
Go ahead, Debbie.
So just to back you up, you have, you know, it's really being wise with what you desire. Now, this is showing that love is coming in.
It is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And with the lily and the Knight of Cups coming in, it is coming. All right. But the action card over here, you have the birds and the Nine of Cups. And girls, Lola, I know that you do double up. So we have a new double up here picture. And this is manifesting, speaking out what you desire, right? This is what you desire, the Nine of Cups. You're hopeful for this. You're hopeful for this Nine of Cups and that happiness and fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups. And with the birds, it's speaking that out. It's speaking that out, and that's what Karen and Lola, we've all said.
But the positive, not the negative.
Yeah,
just the positive. You're speaking out what you're hopeful for, not what you're not hopeful for, right? Not what you don't want. You're speaking out what you're hopeful for. Okay. In the middle here, here's where it kind of gets jumbled up a bit. Okay. Now, with the Empress and the star there, that is about manifesting. That's like birthing something new and over time and what you hope for and what you wish for, and you know, so manifesting that, right? But what's blocking you is that Five of Cups there. So I feel like you've had some past hurts, and you're kind of focused on that, and you feel like that's going to happen again and again and again. It's not going to, okay? Not anymore. Yeah. that season has stopped, okay? You have such powerful presence of spirit coming in here with such positive things for you and saying, here, this is coming for you. Just refocus, retweak your thoughts towards this goodness coming in for you, okay?
So my guides keep telling me, tell her. So, Ava, you don't go to the store, any store, restaurant, clothing store, the bank, wherever you go and go, give me whatever you got. I just want something. You don't say that. You tell them exactly what you want. So Spirit, God, whoever your person is upstairs is saying, I need you to make me a list. And you need to be very specific about what you want, not what you don't want. And when you change that, man, because it's coming. It is coming. So I'm excited for you.
Yay. Well, Ave, I'm so glad that we were able to get you in, even though your computer crumbled on you. I'm sorry about that. Blessings to you. And so we have, who's next? Thank you so much, Positive for Life. You got our back on here. I love it. So it feels good to be loved.
Positive, yes.
Hi, Jima.
I lost
Hey, Jima.
How did I lose the list? Oh, okay. So Bella did Bella get back on?
Yeah.
Yes, Bella is here.
Okay, Bella, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Bella.
My C passed away about 4 years ago. What message does he have for me? My C.
Francie.
Oh.
C is the name of the friend.
I forgot
You were missing one word.
my C passed away.
All right.
I'm good. That's all I got. I'm good. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, so Bella, you know what I'm seeing is what I feel like someone's bringing in for me is sitting down on a grassy area, and you have like a golden retriever there playing and running about, and just a real peaceful, serene spot, and he is laughing and full of joy. He said he feels like he did leave this plane. He feels like too early. That means to me he was young on the younger side, possibly. And but I guess that's relative because we could all feel like we left too early. You know what I mean? But yeah, he feels more on the more youthful side. And what else do you want to say? What do you want to bring for Bella? I feel like there was a lot of grief around his passing. I mean, obviously when people pass on, there's grief, but I feel like it was just like, pardon? Yeah, and like, not him, really? Like, it was just like, everybody was kind of like, no. And he felt bad about, I mean, he was there. He witnessed this grief. He's witnessing the grief in over the 4 years even. And so he tries to bring comfort and let people know that he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there would be signs of him around you.
I see, especially to a female that is in his family. It looks like kind of like a mother figure. He really hangs out with her.
Mm.
She said, sometimes I feel like I hear him, especially when I'm sad. I would agree with you.
Yeah, so that would be back to when he was bringing up that emotion part. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he tries to help to be there. I'm okay. Talk to me, please. When you, and could be metaphor, but when you guys have a beer, drink a beer with me, like I'm there. He enjoys life. So now I don't know. I don't know if he enjoyed it then. I think he did. But what he's saying is with this is like he finds joy in your lives. So like when you guys are having fun and doing stuff and whatever, have him be a part of that with you, like that. Yeah. So he likes the life of the party. So he wants to be a part of that, is what I'm seeing.
So it's really odd because I pulled these cards and I said, so tell me, something that you want her to know, because I can't, for some reason, he gets really silent with me. He doesn't talk to me. But I got trust, because I was like, is there something that you want to show? So it's funny because as soon as I pulled music, I heard, there's memories and music and trust. And I heard that he's visiting in your dreams. So I thought, wow. So he does visit you in your dreams, and don't hesitate to talk to him when you're listening to music as well.
So wow, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I feel like he wants people to know. So if you could pass this on, I mean, I'm telling you, Bella, but that try not to be focused on how he died, or that he died too soon, or that he died at all, but now he's on this new awesome journey, and he wants you to think of him that way, that he's off and on this great adventure, this new adventure, and it's good, and
if you only, he's saying, if you only, I don't even know if I want to put it out there like that. There should be no reason for anyone to worry about someone who has passed, because there's no pain, there's no fear, it's a whole nother level. And so they're saying, if only how wonderful you knew things were up here, you wouldn't be putting people to death sentences or killing them or doing silly crap like that, because it's way better up there.
Yeah. That's Mr. Adventure. Yeah. And yeah, so I feel like too that he kind of travels around and really he brings in inspiration. He'll bring you inspiration for something, like an encouragement to do something new, or he pops in your mind when you're doing something. He is literally there, part of encouraging you to do whatever that is. He's saying so.
Yep.
Yeah, he's saying, please find ways, because it keeps feeling like this really pain in my heart, like it's just so heavy and sad. Find ways to
honor him
and bring, and to bring that. He wants you all, when you think of him, not to feel pain. He wants you to feel joy and happy, and be that life of the party type person. He wants to bring that joy back into your life that was there when he was around. He's still that same beautiful soul, and he wants you to feel that now too.
Yep.
Not that sadness.
I always hear this song when they want you to be happy for them. I always hear "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina," which is odd. So that's what he's saying. Don't cry for me. I'm in such a better place. I'm in, so much has lifted off of me, and I'm in such a better place. So, well,
He
hopefully
truly is, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that helped you, Bea.
Yeah, he truly is, because here I have him with the clover and the let's see if I get it right. No, like this.
Oh yeah.
So he's definitely in a really good place. He's surrounded by okay, I don't want to say like-minded, because they're all souls over there. Souls of the same kind. That's where he is. But he also are you doing anything with a house or an apartment? Because on the bottom line I have the rider, the house, and the ring.
No, cool.
Yes, so you may be buying a house, or having a house or an apartment that is of interest, because the money card here is right on top of the ring. So you may be, because the rider here is below him. And it's funny because earlier you mentioned Mr. Adventure,
yeah.
Which would definitely be here. But there is also something coming up about a house or an apartment that you will acquire somehow. I'm not sure what that is about, but it is there. But as far as
she has been thinking about moving.
Was thinking about moving, okay. So that's probably what these house.
He's acknowledging that you've been thinking about that. That's cool.
Yes. Yes, but he's definitely well, actually I have mixed feeling. I mean, he's very happy where he is. He's happy for you as well, but at the same time I have when you feel like crying, how your nose tights up before your throat tights up. That's what I'm feeling at the same time. So there is some sadness here. I'm not sure what that is about, because he's definitely he's actually jumping as I'm looking at those cars. I see him jumping from one spot to the other. So I'm not understanding the crying feeling, or possibly that is from you. But like Karen and Debbie said, don't worry about him. He's fine, and he wants you to be fine too.
Yeah, I feel like it was a huge heartbreak for a lot of people when he passed on. And I feel like that's what we're feeling. He's allowing us to feel part of that, and it's he he wants that to lift a little, because he wants that to lift.
Yeah, because that was his time. I don't know if you talked about, but I mean, he really just shows me that it was his time. Although I did catch Debbie saying taken too early or something like that. That's true. Yes, he gives me that feeling he was taken too early, but I signed out when I needed to sign out, he says.
It was shocking when that's what I got.
Yep.
Well, Bella, I am hugging you from here. This loss was great.
Yeah.
But he truly, truly, truly wants you to find some joy when you think about him, because it also lifts him up there as well. you know? So, yeah, blessings to you. I'm sorry for this great loss.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whew. He was a treasure to connect to.
That's for sure.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, Bella.
Okay. Back to the list, if I can find it.
Pragaya, Aqua, Doctor, and Greeter.
Pragaya. Okay.
What's coming for me in 2020?
All right. Pragaya. I feel like Pragaya, it's interesting I didn't get any pictures this time. I usually get like a little video, but I heard that this 2020 is bringing in a time of personal empowerment for you. And within that personal empowerment, you're really going to be doing things that are different than normal. Like, let's say, and this is just an example, you cook eggs a certain way every day. In 2020, you're going to start learning, you're going to be cooking the egg in a completely different way. And that's a metaphor. But I feel like with that empowerment that you're receiving in 2020, you're really going to be approaching life very differently and from a very empowered place. And your view of things are going to be a little bit different. And so coming from that higher perspective, I feel like you're changing things up. You're going to be starting to change things up.
Well, and I would agree with you there, because not only changing things up, but it's like I pulled a bunch of different cards, and it's like you're making a compromise. And this isn't a compromise with anybody else. It's like you're making this, what's the ring? Why can't I find the word? The ring. Commitment.
Commitment, agreement.
Yeah, you're making this commitment to yourself, and you really are, having a lot of choices. And what they tell me, Pragaya, is it's really odd because they say that the more that...
Oh, I got the ring too.
Yeah. It's like a commitment. The more, but they keep saying not with anybody else. This is a commitment within yourself. You're looking at choices. You're looking at things. You're cutting off. It's like the more, and it's very odd because they're enmeshing society and what is going on with society wherever you're at. But they're enmeshing that, saying because of all these things that the rug is being lifted and we're taking all this negative gunk out, you're making these commitments to yourself and you're trying to decide how you're going to do that. You got to look and pay attention. There's new things coming. Really be careful with other people and their words and the gossip and the yuckiness that goes along with that, because it's like I hear these things and then I'm like, I don't want to do that. Yep, there you go. And then but money's going to be okay, but you are going to have to do some soul searching on your belief system and your programming. And it's really just looking at yourself, and they show me a blossoming person, someone that continues to blossom, because everything that's going outside and everything that's happening outside of me, I have to look at the inside and I have to keep changing. So every time you think you got it pulled down, they just pull it out a little further. And then you're like, well, then it's a little further. So just be gentle with yourself and keep working and growing is what they're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have about the same. I have about the same here. You need to cut from your life definitely everything that does not serve you anymore. Because I showed earlier the dog, the cloud, and below them is the site, and that is in the middle. I did the box spread, by the way. That is in the middle. That's the middle column, and the rest of the cards is really about commitment, as Karen said, because I have you may even start with like writing to yourself, writing letters to yourself, or writing in a diary, because right beneath that is the ring, and on top of it is really the enlightenment here with the sun. And on the other side, I mean, stability is going to come from the moment, because the final card here is the anchor, stability and security. That is going to come from that place where you find you. Yeah, make the commitment to yourself, because only then you'll be able to like manifest what you want in life, what is coming up. Because coming up, I have the key, I have the hurt here, which is relationship with yourself, but also new relationship coming up for you and leading to stability here. But yeah, coming together, but it all starts with you and this commitment to yourself.
Yes. Yes. I love when we all get the same card. Okay. So, the overall, I'm hearing okay. The overall energy here is peace. Releasing the things of the past and allowing that new to come in. And that kind of goes with what I was told at the beginning, that, you really are coming into a new self-empowerment time. And it will bring peace to a lot of what's going on. And we start here with the Two of Pentacles and the snake. And it's kind of like, I can go two ways with this. Being aware of what you are choosing to go juggle with, like whether it's finances, but it also talks about security. And, I keep hearing self in that too. I'm not sure where that's coming from. But anyways, it also could be meaning about types of friends that you have. Just be aware, because then if you go over here, you have the garden. So that makes it a little bit more about social situations and who you're hanging out socially. So
some of them are troublesome here.
Yes. So you have some that are not so good for you.
And I didn't show you, but having the birds that's that gossipy kind of communication that they keep showing. It's really odd. They keep showing me opening the door and just seeing how yucky it is in there. And you're like, I don't want this.
Right.
But you have to make the decision to shut the door.
That's where that self-empowerment comes in. Right. And so here in the middle, you have the Seven of Pentacles here, and that is creating what you want. What is it what do you desire in your life to bring that security and that self-empowerment? That's bringing that in. And that brings in this Four of Wands. And that's and we have the anchor here too, Lola. You have that.
Oh, the anchor, yeah.
Yeah. So that's bringing you that secure foundation, and a really nice social, well-deserved reward. And that's this. This is not only the 1111 divine card, but it's creating this beautiful social situation for you, and opening up that energy to something beautiful coming in there. Okay, and here, this is an interesting combination. You have the Four of Swords and the Garden.
And the garden.
So the garden it can be social media. It can be garden. It can just be going out or anything like that. But the Four of Swords, that's going in. You know what I mean? That's taking that time to
Go within.
away and go within and have that time of restoration and coming out smart and strong and prepared for what's coming out, what's ahead, right? So it's kind of like, this is the action cards here. And I feel like I just said it, and it's taking that time to divine timing. Yes.
Taking that time.
Taking time. Get that restore and come out stronger and aware and from that empowered place when you get back out there. Okay. When you put yourself back out there. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here.
So my last pulls were, and I pulled some of these already. So one of them was well-deserved rewards. So these things are coming to you. You don't have to worry about it. They are coming. Come together. You get to come together with the people that really matter, the ones that fill your well, the ones that help you. Lots of success and growth coming your way. Okay. I thought it was funny that you got 2 trust cards. So you got 2 trusts that Spirit's going to give you what you need. Now is your time. And they also say, now is your time to manifest the right way. Understand that it's going to be timing. You can't force it. You can't shove it. You can't make it move. And then divine guidance is, they're helping you. They're guiding you. And lots of miracles coming your way.
Yeah.
So really plan it. When I first heard this, when I very first heard your question, the first thing that popped in my head is, how do you want to see it?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me an open book, which is manifest everything that you want. Manifest the beauty in your life, manifest what you need, the money, manifest the relationship, manifest the self-healing for yourself. So that when these things in your life change, you don't get scared and run off or mess it up. So, but that's what I heard. What do you want? What do you want? What do you really want? Start putting it out there. Positive.
Yay.
So,
let's to you. Yay. Self-empowerment. Woo.
Woohoo.
We're all woohoo.
All right. So next, who is next? Do you guys remember?
I think it is. Hold on, I'll tell you. Or maybe I won't tell you. Aqua.
Can you throw your question up again for us?
And then it's the doctor. And then it's greater.
All right. Sounds good.
So, Aqua, I just want you to know, and I'm going to preach to you.
Hey, Aqua.
Smack your hand and tell you to stop saying, I wonder if I'll finally gonna get it. Because that's part of the reason why you don't, because you're like, it's not coming, it's not coming, it's not coming. So they say, change it up. You're getting, that's one of the things they said. So Anybody want to go first?
Um,
I got a teeter-totter.
oh, you
I
got,
don't have the cards yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll speak then.
Sure.
So I got a teeter-totter, and that's my sign of that depends. It might, but I keep hearing there's a country song that goes, "Thank God for unanswered prayers." So this might be, if you do not get it, this might be a blessing in disguise. They're not giving it to me anyway. They're not saying yes or no. My guides aren't anyways. And I was like, blessing in disguise, which I shouldn't have done that and pick cards, because they're saying, yeah, if you don't get it, it could be a blessing in disguise, but it's really important for you to change your verbiage, because something is coming for you. They want to say, I'm not sure it's that one, but something is coming for you. They just keep changing radio dials, which is, really put the frequency out there of what you really want.
Yes.
Because it's hurting at home financially. It feels like it's a little tough. I know, that's my cat. People are really going to believe she's mine. But anyway,
why is she always over at Debbie's?
yeah. Why isn't she at Debbie's and it's Karen's cat? I'm going to post a video one time so you guys understand. But anyway, so they keep showing me radio dials that you're dialing. It's like you're not on the right frequency. We need to get you on the right frequency of what does the job look like that you really need. Yes, I know you need money right now. Everybody needs money, but it needs to be a supportive environment. It needs to be a really great atmosphere. A really, they keep showing me that transformation. No, I don't know what the card is called. I think I've done that. I'm constantly reaching out towards relevant opportunities. They keep showing me this in my head, which means be really careful, because they offer this really beautiful. It's like
I felt that, JJ. Woo!
What? Oh, yeah. It's like they offer, it's like they're saying, like, I offer all of these beautiful things. Like, isn't it great to work at the post office? I mean, look at the packages and this and that, but what they actually offer free therapy. That should tell you something. So just be very careful when you make a choice about a position. But I do see you having employment. Okay. They just won't tell me. I keep asking, and they keep giving me the teeter-totter. So that specific job, I get the teeter-totter.
But there is victory coming.
Yep.
Okay. And teeter-totter. Go ahead, Lola, if you're ready.
Yes, I do see. Of course, if you are in the process of an interview, that's career-wise, I see some block here and some type of argument also. But for this job that you are interviewing on, I don't think this is the job for you, because I try to put as many cards as possible, and they all negative card about this job you are interviewing.
When we don't like the cards, we keep pulling.
Yeah. So I kept pulling the cards, like, no, show me something else. But they all came with the negative. I have the whip, I have the mountain.
Well, that would make sense, Lola. It really would, because she said I've had a lot of rejection in my job interviews over the past number of months. So that makes total sense that you're picking that up.
It's there, and I have the cross and the tower this way. the cross and the tower. I have something new, something new ending, like this. But and also the other reason why I picked up cards, more cards, is because as I was asking about this job, I do have here a relationship on the rise too, because I have.
It could be Aqua.
I have the man, the women and the men who both came, and it's a dream. That relationship is like a dream come true with this too. I'm like, yes, I'm focusing on job. Why do I have and it does feel like really relationship. But the job itself with the store here, the store, and because I also had the anchor here. Your career is going to move into what you actually dream of, what you desire, but I don't think it will be with this job.
So Aqua, you asked something new ending. What she means is that you will have a job.
Yes.
And so the situation that you are currently in is going to end. So instead of getting your hopes high on, I need this job, start putting it, if you have to, write the words on a piece of paper of what your perfect job looks like. Every day, spend just a couple of minutes going, man, isn't it going to feel great when I have that supportive environment, that wonderful friendships, the family environment? I'm going to, have a lot of money and it's got room for growth. Mm-hmm. That is going to feel so awesome. And then leave it right there. And don't think anymore and just walk away and do something else.
And I really want you to write on your, how you can write something on your mirror, bathroom mirror.
I was thinking of post it on the mirror as well.
I want you to say congratulations on your new job.
Yep. Congratulations on your new job.
And read it all the time. Congratulations on your new job. And not only a new job, but like the job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like your awesome new job. But yeah, put that on the mirror. Because that's what this is bringing in right here and this is the overall
energy
of the reading. And it says congratulations. So that's what it kind of brought in with that. So what has been blocking you? So you have been blocked, but you will be coming through in strength and truth. I feel like the block was none of the jobs were the right one, obviously, for you. What dropped in when they were talking is that you have been saved from some real toxic situations, and so some of that is what had been blocking you. But moving forward, and you've been really good about keeping security. You've been good about your finances. I think holding well. But although I know that you want to go and get your do some things that you have not been doing because you've been balancing your finances, and you want that to change. You want to be able to. I can go out tonight. I can do this. I can go get my nails done or whatever it is. And that's coming. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and that new offer is coming in, and you have it with the Tower there. So that new job offer is coming. And look how this is in the action.
Oh, these are good together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Together. You have the 10 of Cups with the Clover. So this offer coming to you is more than you can have expected. Okay. So this is coming. I'm excited for you. I feel like you've been protected. I know it's frustrating.
Yep.
But I feel like
They don't want to put you in the same situation that you already, you know, in each life situation, they show there's a lesson, but you've already mastered that lesson. So why do I want to give you the same crap again? So they're not going to give you that. They're not going to give you that.
And, you know, and part of that is kind of like you learned really well how to balance your money and how to realize what was going out and what's coming in, and, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of learning around that, but you probably already knew a lot, but I'm just saying you really had to buckle down and to understand that was important for you for some reason. So.
And maybe, Aqua, maybe you may be thinking that, I'm trying to say it so it doesn't come out the wrong way. Yes, we all. No, because this is something I'm working on, because I'm very blunt. I say things out as they are, and then I think later when they're already out, I'm like, oops, okay, maybe I should have said it another way. But yes, we all, I mean, money is a currency of this world, right? So we need ways to find ways to make money, and a lot of the time we think that it's getting a job from someone else that will solve our problems. What I want you to do actually is, as you wait to hear from those from this company, really write down. I'm trying, Aqua. I'm really trying.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Really, as you wait for them to hear from this job, think of the things that you are good at. Like, what do you do that you are good at and that solves people's problem? Because if you are about to solve anyone's problem with a talent of yours, that's the job for you. Turn that into, I mean, monetize it. Whatever it is, if it solves someone's problem, if it solves people's problem, this is what you need to turn into a job. So maybe this is what you are about to do, because I understand the situation that you are in, given that this is a situation that I had been in. Like, I would apply for every job, but being rejected for actually reason that I cannot control, that I cannot do anything about. And ever since I got laid off last year, it's been a struggle. But I sat down and I asked myself, okay, what do I like? What can I do on my own? And turns out personal training, I like helping people. You have a problem with your weight, I can help you with that. You have a problem, you want to know, I mean, exercising, how to maintain your weight.
And she's not nice when she does that, just so you know. She'll help you with your weight, but it's not nice.
Well, it's just one. It's not. I'm not saying your weight is. It's just one of the things that when I was thinking about it, say, okay, people are always looking into doing something with their physiques. I mean, our body is everything to us, and this is something that I was about to say, oh, I'm good at it, and I went to get more education into it and certifications and all, and now this is my job. So maybe this is what you need to be doing. We need to relinquish the idea that we always have to be working for someone else, because that job, even if we may be good at that job working for someone else, but that's not secure either. Because if anything happened with that company, guess what? Your job will be suppressed, and you find yourself again looking for something else. So I'm not saying I'm not saying stop applying for other jobs, but at the same time that you are applying for jobs, look at any gift of yours that you can turn into a job and be your own employer and do. Actually, maybe that will be even more rewarding if you, I mean, you do your thing your own ways. You don't have to get up for a job that you go to just because it pays the bills. So really, yeah, really think about it. But in any case, the right job is coming for you. I'm not just thank you, Greeter. Hugs to you too. But I'm just saying, yeah, don't limit yourself to just this job or just working for someone else, because it may not be in the contract that you made before reincarnating in this life, you know.
So I'm gonna, that is a really good advice for all of us actually to take. Thank you, Lola.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And it just reminds me, you know, do what you're passionate about.
Yes.
But it obviously in the climate that we're living in right now, if that's not possible, then choose wisely and don't choose toxic, right? So what I am getting here for you, Aqua, is 7. So you look for this opportunity in July or 7 weeks, July or 7
You're
days.
welcome, Aqua.
But
You're
I got the
welcome,
number
Brian.
7. So, all right. Hi, Brian. So blessings to you and hugs to you, Aqua. Here we go.
Yes, Aqua, really stay true to yourself, because many of those jobs, especially in the corporate world, they will try to turn you into who you are not. And honestly, I've always known that corporate was not for me, because I mean, if I see unfairness, I'm going to call it out. It doesn't matter whether you are the CEO, the president, or the janitor, you get the same treatment. And if you are full of BS, I'm going to say it to your face. So sometimes a good thing, sometimes it's not. But stay true to yourself.
I think it's a good thing. I always think it's a good thing. I love it. Okay, so
it's doctor now.
Doctor now?
Doctor? Dr. Victor.
When I very, very, very first started doing readings professionally, I really did tiptoe a lot. And I was just scared to offend anybody, because I'm like that too. I mean, I do that. And
so Dr. Victor, if you're here, please put your question up again. So there we go. Thank you.
Yes, he's here.
Doctor in the house.
What's really weird, Doctor, is when I'm just going to call you Doctor. So when the girls were talking and I was kind of zoning out, I literally pictured, and I do not know what this means, but a female, somebody coming to you, somebody, it's like visiting. I watched a flight and I wasn't, it was like, are you going to visit somebody? And it was kind of weird, because I'm like, is he going to go somewhere to go visit? And so that's what hit me first. So yay, if you're going to go visit somebody. Okay. So would like to know what's coming for my career in June. Already talked with HR, HS, and promised by if. Job.
I'm getting this little video in my head for you, Dr. Victor. And I'm trying to make sense of it. But it's like you're doing this dance and I don't know what that is, but it's almost like you're getting in sync with the
Beat?
the moves. The what?
The beat.
The beat, in sync, the beat. You're getting in beat with the in sync with the moves of those. Like everything is, you're getting in sync, like you're being prepared, you're getting the moves down. Okay, thank you. They give me the strangest pictures that I have to try to interpret. Okay, so
Yeah.
so it's almost like you during this time period, you're also getting things in line. You're getting up to date on what you need to know going forth in whatever the job is coming in. Like you're being prepared mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is. You're coming in alignment with this job coming in. So that's what they're showing me. Yeah.
So I got this. So this was, oh no, this one. So this was the center one. So I immediately felt like all this stuff that you've been doing, all the things that you've stressed over, all that, I like the way Debbie really said in sync. And then the minute she said that, my guides literally took you and jumped over to the right frequency on the radio dial. So these stressful situations and these things that you've been going through is going to stop. So you need to start thinking positive, 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 positive. Everything is going to be so wonderful. It is going to, they keep showing me that this place is going to give you room for growth. It's going to be something new. And I would invite you, the reason why I'm saying this is because this is usually journaling and writing things down. But I got, invite you to kind of, this other one right here is all about choices. Like you have the choice. Is there something else that you can pick up? Something else, and you just said new skills for the last 4 months. I would say, yeah, keep continuing to do as much as you can. The more tools that are in your toolbox, and they say, even if it's a side class about oils, if it's a side class about frequency, anything that is, because basically they keep going, the West and the East, they need to merge together holistically, however that fits for you, but, look for those things that you could do, not so much in a classroom setting. So that's awesome.
Go ahead, Lola.
I love the cards that I have in here. Again, it's the box spread, and I do have here. I'm not even know which one to start with because they're that good. Like really.
Yeah.
You are definitely getting a contract offered to you.
Yeah.
So that's the job offer coming in. Possibly coming from a woman or a woman that is going to give you that news that it's coming. And the sun here is the success that this job is coming is bringing to you in your career with the anchor here, and as well as the moon. So this is definitely a job that is going to fulfill you, and financially you'll be thriving because you have the bear as well as the key.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, your career is about to be brighter. Literally.
Yep.
And that's all I have.
Okay.
All those many cards. I mean, you've said most of it, and I just had to sum it up, and confirms it what you had.
Yeah, for sure. And here's some more confirmation. You know.
Oh, you have the celebration card too.
Yeah. And so, and with the Six of Pentacles coming in here too, it's that this is a good position financially for you too, coming in, right? And you've chosen your path, you've chosen well, and then coming here in the middle energy is awesome here, okay? Because you have the Ace of Wands and the opportunity, right, coming in. You have the Three of Pentacles here.
Ooh, working together.
Yeah, and that's bringing that celebration in. That's bringing in, well, I'm thinking of the Three of Cups. Sorry, not. But it is celebration.
But you do have the Three of Cups there too. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. And so it's bringing in that collaboration. Okay, so you're bringing to the table, and this is important. That's why they stopped me and said that's not the Three of Cups. Is because you're bringing in your expertise, and it's going to complete their team, and you're really needed, and it will be financially. You have the abundance card there as well, so that financial piece is there as well. But you're bringing to the table something big and needed in this company.
Yeah.
And this last card coming in, it's the messenger. Can you see it?
Yes.
The messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see her. She's up there. She's doing her thing, fully supported, and speaking and speaking out and doing her thing.
Trust.
And that's with the star. Trust in the process of this coming forth. Yep. And the star's bringing in, it's everything that you could have hoped for here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that is coming.
The cards that I picked out was one, trust that it's coming. It really is working for you. It's really important for you to ask Archangel Michael for any help that you may need in kind of cutting and changing things off. And I don't know why, but they're talking about romance, which is exactly from the very beginning, this new person, this new thing, this person. So lots of romance coming into your life. It is really important for you to be aware that you are changing. There's a new you that is on the grasp. So just keep searching and be dropping off that anything that doesn't serve you. And they're saying now's not the time to postpone. Now's the time to go forward. And the minute I saw this, because I was like, well, what's he postponing? I don't understand. They gave me the grasshopper, which means it's the fear of going forward, the fear of jumping forward. The fear of I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to choose wrong. And the grasshopper can't jump backwards. It can only jump forwards. There's a butterfly outside my window, which is really awesome. So that's a really good sign. But the grasshopper can't jump backwards. So they're saying, just go, don't worry about it. And then you get to have this new vision, this new manifesting, this new thing that's going to happen. And I'm going to try to zoom in on this card, because if you look right here, do you see how you were crawling before? You were struggling. You were crawling. You were doing all of this. Now is the time to stand in your power, in your grace, and look at behind him. There's these beautiful wings behind him. Mm-hmm. Now's your time. So they're saying, stand up and shine. Don't worry, because we are going to help you. This is a beautiful time for you. You have been waiting for so long for this to happen. So they're, it's kind of like, oh.
And can I jump in right here for a second?
Yes, please.
Okay, and it brings me back to these cards here with the crossroads and the Six of Pentacles. In negotiating your what is it called?
The contract.
In negotiating your contract, remember that you have that special gift, that you have that special talent that they need. So negotiate a fair contract for yourself. And that's what these are coming. This is like you're at that point where you're negotiating your contract, and remember what you're bringing to the table here. Okay.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yes. Don't sell yourself short. So I wanted to come back to that, because that also, that was the pile that had the abundance on there. So don't sell yourself short. You're bringing a lot to the table.
Yes.
So, all right. I'm glad you finally got in on the questions today. And I'm
just curious what this new job is.
Yeah, I want to work there. I think our last question now is from Greeter.
And we said, what's funny to me is we said we were going to only pick 10 so that we wouldn't go for 3 hours.
I know, and it's 3 hours anyway.
It's almost 3 hours.
It is 3 hours.
Yeah.
2:10.
Yep.
Why does that happen? Well, I mean,
I saw Greta's question earlier.
It's about her being a light worker.
A light worker. Okay. Greta, what do you feel with your hands? Like, the reason I'm asking is because, before I knew that I was a healer, a lot of things were happening with my hands. Like, there is this episode when I went to visit a friend, and as I arrived, he took me to his backyard where he had his plants, and one of them was dying, and it also turned to be one of his favorite ones, the one that he spent most time with. And it was dying. The leaves were falling, turning yellow, dying, falling. And when I saw that plant, I felt attracted to it. So I walked to the plant. I grabbed one of the yellow leaf before it, because that one was really frail. It was about to fall. I grabbed it, and so literally one hand was below the leaf, and the other one was on top, and I felt some type of closeness. So I brought myself closer to the tree. What happened next, I don't remember. But what my friend told me was, from the moment I touched my forehead touched the plant, I started I was whispering things and singing as well. That, of course, I don't remember. This is him telling me that.
You were doing light language.
And when I was done, I let it go. That was on a Tuesday. And I came back to his place on a Friday, and I almost ran him over, because when he saw my car, he ran toward me. Like, what are you doing? I almost killed you. So he took me there. I left the car running, of course, put back on parking, because the car, you don't want it to run away. So he took me running back to the garden, and it's like, okay, what's going on? He's not telling me what's going on, but he was so happy. So he was shocked. It was like he was speaking in a different language, because he was so, the ecstasy, the joy, the happiness, and his whatever he was saying, I could not even understand. And he took me back to the garden, and to that plant that was dying. And what I saw was wow, because that plant had yellow leaves on Tuesday and lots of dead leaves on the ground. that plant on Friday was all green with lots of leaf, brand new leaf, and it's like it grew overnight.
That's awesome.
And that's actually how I knew, okay, because then he asked me, what did you tell it? Because I spoke to this tree every day, but it was still dying on me. What did you tell it? What did you do to it? And I was just, I don't know. But that was the day that I knew, okay, something is up with my hands. And I did research about it. I came to know about Reiki. I also around the same time met my Reiki master who attuned me, and now I'm a Reiki master. So that's why I was asking you, what do you feel with your hands? Do you feel like when you put them on yourself, an area that hurts, do you feel relief? Because if so, then you are a healer. You have energy. I mean, we are all made of energy. Energy is everywhere. And not because you don't see it, that it means it's not there. Some healers don't see the energy they work with. I do see it, especially I see it actually when I have my eyes closed. So whenever I do Reiki sessions, you will always see me have my eyes closed, because the reason why I bandage my eyes is because I need to be in a full dark space for me to actually see the energy and how it moves. But anyways, your hands are your teller of what. And I think I told you that before. And you are a healer. You just have a hard time believing that even for yourself, and that is what is setting you back. Because with your hand you can do a lot of things. You can have a glass of water, put your hand on top of it, and change the taste of it. But you have to believe you can do that. And I always say, well, when I talk about Reiki and healing through my hand, I always say I'm just a vessel. Whatever happened with my hands, the healing that I send out, I'm just the vessel for the universe for that energy to flow through and go where that energy needs to go. So you are a greeter, you are a healer, and a powerful one too. You are just the one. You are your own enemy, because you are still in that place where
Disbelief.
yes, disbelief, and the eight of sword that Debbie just put out. You keeping yourself behind. And also it has also to do because now I see also your surrounding, people around you, what they see, what they say, that also have an effect of on you, on your belief. Because many close-minded people may be talking you out of using those gifts because of their beliefs, not yours. So you need to walk into your own truth on your own journey. And when you do, I'm sorry to say, but you are going to part ways with many people as well. Because for your full development, spiritual development to occur, you will have to cut a lot of people who don't serve your purpose spiritually anymore, because you just vibrate on a different level. Started with Reiki, great way beginning. Yes, Tuta. So yes, don't doubt yourself, Gritter. You have it in you, and this is one of the things that you were meant to do in this life. Because I see you as a soul. At the time that contract was made, you are it's like an assembly, but with three souls. There is you in the middle, agreeing to this life right here, coming in as a healer. So really embrace that, because it is who you are. Okay, I'm done talking. Yay.
So I want to address this last thing she said about her older sister. So yeah, so your older sister's, a Christian, it sounds like, and so if you were to talk to her about doing Reiki, because I agree with Tuta speaks JJ, that this would be a great way to start for you, because
Yes.
with the type of energy, healing energy that is running through you. And also what she said as well, and that's a great way to meet your new, the community.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
You're welcome, Greater.
And but anyways, when you talk to your sister, if you were to talk to her about this, you would just say, because in the Christian faith as well, they do healings, they do hands-on healings and all sorts. They do pray and hands-on healings to people.
But Jesus did all of that. And this is my problem with religion, because and don't get me wrong, I respect everybody's religion, and I was born and raised Catholic, but my problem with religion is that it is used for control. Because if we are reading the same Bible, we can do all things that Jesus did, and he said it's written in the Bible. All that I can do, men can do, as long as you have a little bit of faith. And he compares that little bit to what's that it's yellow. What do we put on hot dog? Ketchup and what? Mustard seed. That's how big your faith has to be. You have that much faith, and with that little faith, you can do all that Jesus did. Jesus talked with spirits. He talked with the devil. He did exorcism. He healed with his hand. Mm-hmm. He did miracle.
Right.
All that Jesus can do. This is what reading through the codes, mediumship and all. What's the difference with what Jesus did? Nothing. And religion would tell you that it's wrong, while behind closed doors, they are doing that. You have priests. When someone is sick, a Catholic is sick, who do they want to call? Especially if they show symptom of demon possessing them. Who are they taking them to? The exorcist. So
Lola's on the soapbox.
Yeah, I was just saying, Lola's not loaded. It's more she said all day.
Yes, Brian, the faith of a mustard seed. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
I was writing stuff down so I wouldn't forget. So as Lola was talking, I was hearing something that my mentor told me a long time ago. And he said, God didn't make any junk. And so that I should get out of my own way. And it's also really important for you to start manifesting your spiritual family to come into your life. And I agree with JJ. It is time, do some Reiki. That's how I stepped into all of this. Reiki was my first step. Mm-hmm. So
it really does offer an avenue for you, Greeter, there. Let me show you my cards real quick. So we can see this. My desk is getting full of decks of cards.
Just buy a longer desk. That's what I did.
So we have, here's you feeling stuck and unable to move forward because of a belief system that's holding you down here with the book here.
It's that programming we've been talking about for some time.
Correct. It's like that, exactly like that programming. Here in the middle, the energy here, you have the King of Cups. So you have the heart. You have the heart, the healing heart for this. You have some new ideas and opportunities that will be coming for you to move into this. So it's time to get disciplined and get yourself doing it. You know what I mean here? And then here you have the Queen of Wands. So you have both the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands energy coming in there with that passion, that heart, that ability coming in there, that gift, that gifting, that this psychic energy as well coming in here. And with the bouquet on top of that, it talks about that's a gift that you should be giving others and using. So you're being encouraged with Ada Raphael here as overall energy to move into that. Okay, you're being encouraged to move towards that. So look up and you will find some Reiki classes around you. You can find it through Meetup or just do some Google searching for Reiki classes that you can attend. But do your research. I mean, don't just go for the first one you find. Make sure it feels.
Oh yeah.
What I heard really quick was, but you got to buy the ticket. Okay.
Right.
What I mean by that, you can't win the lottery unless you buy the ticket. So you can't have all these things. It's like part of manifesting is taking that first step forward, no matter what it looks like. And no matter how you're scared to do it, you have to step forward. Otherwise, you're just stagnant in your own stinky swamp. Yeah.
Yeah, Greeter, I hear you, and I feel like this is definitely the avenue for you to go in and be able to. So you feel all these things, but here's an avenue for you to actually make some positive change and help. So that's awesome. Blessings to you, everybody here. Thank you so much. Did we did it all right? We're a little over 3 hours like normal, even though we tried to do
Yep.
Thank you, Positive for Life, for
moderating.
Yeah,
Thank
moderating.
you, Positive.
And
please, guys, make sure you go on to all of our channels and hit subscribe. And if you hit the button, that will tell you when we are on. We usually jump on each other's pages and do lives throughout the week.
So thank you, everyone, for spending the day with us. I do love this community, and I love how you support one another. It just feels good, and how you all support us as well. So thank you for that. And we will definitely be seeing you next time around, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm missing some of the Greeter. Yeah, and thank you, Greeter, Bella, T-Barb. Brian, it was nice to have you here today.
Brian, if you're on Facebook, you can Facebook us too.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
And thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. And many blessings to you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.